You want it to be one way. You want it to be one way, but it's the other way. Now, what show did I get that from? Comment down below. You only got a few seconds. You got a few seconds. I'm about to do a little deep dive. It won't be too long. What show did I get that from? Comment down in the comment section below and put like a silly emoji next to your name or something. Okay? So I know you didn't skip ahead and cheat. I'm about to get into it. Matter of fact, some of you who are actually paying attention, put the timestamp of the video where I asked that, and where put the time stamp of where I said it, where I said that line. Something that shows that you didn't skip. I'm watching y'all. All right, and now time for the spoiler. If you do not know, I got that line from the infamous, the most popular show to come out in the early 2000s. I got this from The Wire. And what character said this sinister yet simple line? He goes by no other than Marlo Stansfield. Marlo Stansfield, people. And he was played by Jamie Hector, which is a very good actor, might I add. He played the role very well. All right, so let's just get into it. I just wanted to, like, a lot of people over the years, and people who watched the show, whoever watched it live, everyone was always curious about, like, what did Marlo mean by that, and why was he messing? Let me get into it some more. So he said that line, but he said it to the security guard that was pressing him at a convenience store because he went in there to buy. I think he bought some water or something, bought something to drink, but then Marlo does this on purpose. He looks at the security guard, right? Takes 2 lollipops off the counter and puts them in his pocket. So, that's stealing, right? So the security guard sees this, it bothers him, and, he thinks about it for a second, and then he decides, I'm gonna go out here and confront this guy about this. Like, who does this dude think he is? Like, what is he doing? Like, this is wrong, okay? Stealing is wrong. So he felt obligated to say something and do his job as the security guard, right? So that's where this whole scene comes from. And then, they go a little back and forth. They do a little back and forth, right? And then the security guard is talking about how you're acting like I don't exist, this and that. Come on, man. You think I like being at this job every day? I don't like doing this, but I'm just trying to, make an honest living, do what I do. And you just to go and do that and act as if I'm not standing there. I'm like, come on, man. And then that's when, Marlo is looking at him with his sinister look. He's like a young dude. He plays by a different set of rules. He don't play like the Barksdales and the Omars and their rules. He's like, I don't care. Anybody can get clipped, killed. Who are you? You beneath me. You need to actually fear me. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to step to me? Okay? So that's when he utters the line, oh, you want it to be one way. And the security guard is confused, like, huh? And he's like, yeah, you want it to be one way. And the dude is like, stop saying that. And then, Marlo looks at him like, who is this dude bumping his chest up at? And then he's like, stop, man. But yeah, Marlo, he's not having it. He's like, and then his friend pulls up, right? His goon or whatever. His op pulls up. I think, what's his name? Chris? I think that's the dude name on the show. He pulls up, and then Marlo looks at him and he's like, but it's the other way. And then for those of y'all, if you watch the show, you've watched the whole thing. You know what happens to that security guard. He gets clipped. He gets killed simply because Marlo didn't like the fact that he stepped to him and that he was courageous enough to do so. It was just kind of like, basically, how some people put it, when he said you want it to be one way, but it's the other way. Marlo wants to show him that he has no control here. Like, whatever moral compass you have that you abide by, right and wrong. No, if I, do my job, I do my job correctly. I speak up for myself. I stand up for myself. I execute. I do the job that I am supposed to do, right? But all of that is the security guard's way. That is his way of thinking. Okay, he's doing what he believes to be right and morally right, which is to speak up. And you can see, even in the film, he kind of thinks about it. He's like, man, should I say something? And he was like, you know what, whatever, I'm going to say something and just deal with it. So, and that's what I would say, it was brave for him to do that. But I would say he let his pride get the best of him as well. Because yes, it's okay, it's good to speak up for yourself and stand up to something. But he knew who that guy was. He knew who Marlo was, right? And despite that, he still stood up and spoke to him because, you know, for all you know, that might have hurt his ego a little bit, and that also made him feel like this dude thinks he can do what he wants. Who does this guy think he is? And he felt the need to speak up. The problem is when you feel the need to speak up to certain people who are playing by a completely different set of. Sorry, I got cut off. When when you speak up to someone who's abiding by a completely different set of rules than you, like you understand right and wrong. These people don't care about right and wrong. They choose wrong every day. They will choose to step over you if you're an obstacle in your way. If you're like a pawn, you are like a pawn to them. If you're useless. If you are useless, you are disposable. And he saw that man as just like a little gnat that was in his way. Like, and for him to show his authority, to get people to fear him, to show that dude who's boss, he clipped him. He killed him. It's simple. He got him killed. It's simple as that. And it just goes to show, people talk about how it's Stanfield, Marlo Stanfield, not Stansfield. But yeah, it shows how a lot of people said the guy was like a psychopath. He didn't abide by the original street code, where it's kind of like, hey, it's okay to, you know, speak up for yourself, or say you can't do a certain thing. You know, I let you go. Like, I respect that. And that's how the old school people did it, like the other dudes did it. But this guy, you know, Marlo, he doesn't care about that. He cares about power, control, and he wants people to fear him. And he wanted that security guard to know that just because you, like I said earlier, like, because he wants to be good and speak up and do those things, that doesn't really matter to him. That doesn't mean the world is gonna like reward you for that. Like, you think he's gonna give you some type of sympathy for that, or be like, okay, bruh, you right. Like, no, the world unfortunately is not like that. You are not in as much control as you think you are. You do not have the power here. I, say I'm Marlo. I do. I control this. I can take this candy. You're not going to do anything about it. You can say something to me. If you say something to me, I'm going to shoot you. You look at me a certain way, I'm going to shoot you. You do this, I'm going to shoot you. And, like, y'all got to think about it. Don't you think, like, most of these dudes today, they call them the YNs, or even grown men, when they have disagreements and all these things, do you see how they handle it? That's why some dudes don't even want to speak up and don't want to fight no more, because speaking up, it's good. You wanted to say your piece, but the price is your life. You have to pay with your life. People don't care. It's like, oh, you hurt their ego, so now they feel like they gotta pump their chest out and like, oh, what this dude talking about? Bang. If you try to upstage someone and they don't like it, bang. It's like, either they want to hurt you or kill you. And it's like, in that, it's just crazy when you watch that whole film. It's like he wanted to assert some dominance in a way. That's what he was doing. Marlo is asserting his dominance. And I think in a few other videos, a lot of people explained that earlier from that scene, he lost a poker game. And I guess that made him feel powerless, and he was kind of upset. So this was him, like, getting some power back in a sense. And when you think about it now, it's a very senseless act. That security guard did not need to die. And it's fucked up, but honestly, that's why a lot of people say nowadays, they're saying, let it go. Don't get involved. Hey, don't mess with that dude. Hey, it's okay, just don't say nothing. That's why, because this is what's happening now. People, even now, sure, they showed that in the early 2000s, but it's kind of happening now. A lot of dudes, they letting it go because the result is death. That's why they say don't let your pride get you killed in a way, and it's so hard. But some people would rather die by that, and I understand. But this is like a lot of people do not care. Your life means nothing. They see you as a power move to kill you, a pawn. They use you for a little bit, get rid of your ass. It's like a lot of snakes out here. So you have to be very careful. Just that's what that I just wanted to break that down. That's what I got from it, and I got a better understanding. I saw different people explaining it. I'm like, oh yeah, I can see this because this is how a lot of hood dudes think. Very short fuse, especially the young guys. They don't have no moral compass. They don't give a fuck about respect. They just want you to respect them and be below them and bow down to them. But they, as far as them caring about other people, it's kind of like they'll give a little respect, but it's like, yeah, when they see that they can get something from you, I guess. If they see that you're someone of some type of power or caliber, then yeah, but like, if you just a bystander, a civilian, it's like, who are you? It's like, it's really messed up. So anybody can get it, pretty much. That's what I got from that. But yeah, y'all let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Did I miss anything? What is your interpretation of it? How do you think that applies to how crimes and the way the youth act today when it comes to like regulating certain things, their emotions, people who just kill out of carelessness, who are very callous? Just let me know. Peace.